subscribe with WorldWideChels.
I would watch us. WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. Final game of the Premier League. Chelsea have won it right at the death, 2-1. We were busy celebrating City's 3 goals in 5 minutes and making sure Liverpool don't win the title. I think the game is done, or maybe a few more minutes. But it's very, very good news that Chelsea have won 2-1. Ross the boss, as you can see, Matt's named the co-host. Matt, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, obviously, I barely end up watching this game because, streams are bloody dreadful. And obviously, I've been paying attention to other results because they're more important. But yeah, I mean, fantastic. Well, a good result, I guess. Shit performance, I guess.
Yeah.
Liver shite have lost the league.
That's right.
Come on, won it, and looked like Burnley got relegated. So everything I want.
Yeah. Guys, in the panel, in the comments, let me know whether I should kick R from the panel right now for that name. I read that name, and it hurts my feelings. So you kick him out. He doesn't want Neymar. He wants Marcus Alonso gone.
Yes.
I think Kenedy is the best.
No, I don't want Neymar. I want someone like Neymar who can take on defenders, but I don't want Neymar.
Dude, Sadiq is so full of it. He's like, oh, Neymar, this and that. And yet he fails to tell everybody that Neymar costs $1.08 million per week. That is his wage bill.
We'll get into it.
Oh my God, you are you're burying the lead.
Guys, what about Mbappe? He's even more expensive than Neymar. Have you
ridiculous.
seen his new contract?
Yeah.
How has PSG that money on FFP? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Because they've probably got a million a week brown envelope in the
they're probably paying it off. But guys,
Mental.
let's get into the main one, of course. Alfred, you've been supporting Ross Barkley for many years. You've number 8. He's finally done the job. It could be his final game, or it should be his final game. Talk to me, Alfred.
Yeah, I know he hasn't been the greatest player in Chelsea Football Club history, but I always liked him. It was nice to see him get a winner today. I was kind of hoping it would have been Chilwell. That would have been just an amazing story, wouldn't it?
That would have been poetic.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that, and not to be, but still, I thought we were going to end the season with the same sort of shithousery end of game crap draw that we've seen in almost every game all season, but we didn't. Thankfully, we finished with a win. And yeah, job done. That's all I can say, really. We said it was already secured, and now the only thing I want to say is thank fuck this season is over.
Yeah.
Big season ahead, people. Big season ahead. Outgoings, incomings.
Can't wait for next season.
Yeah. Carlito, you've been asking for a stream for a long time. You've got your stream.
Hell yeah.
I don't think you sleep, by the way. You remind me of Alfred. I don't think you sleep.
I wake up really early.
But when do you sleep? Every time I message you, you manage to respond to me within 15 minutes of the message.
Sundays. I sleep on Sundays.
Oh, fair enough. Talk to me about the game as well, man, before we go to Sindri.
I mean, the first thing that stands out is that Marcus Alonso was not even on the bench. And I think that Thomas Tuchel was going to pick his moment to say fuck you to Marcus Alonso, and he did, and it was glorious. I don't know, man. I mean, you got Kenedy on the pitch, you got Ross Barkley. Man. I mean, and no Alonso. I was hyperventilating. It was awesome. What a disaster season. I'm actually so relieved it's over because I didn't have fun. I mean, isn't watching sports supposed to be fun? It wasn't fun. I'm really, really quite surprised that the UK government had such an obvious vendetta against this club. I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but it was cruel. It was like it was intentionally cruel, and I didn't understand it. I kept thinking to myself, if we were Manchester United, would that have happened to us? Would we have been treated that way? And I don't think that we ever get the amount of respect that we deserve for being such a cultural landmark in London. I mean, we're just treated like shit all the time, and it really bothered me. It really bothered me.
Just before we go to Sindre, Carlito, I really want to ask you about Pulisic.
I don't know.
I think you've been very harsh on him.
No, I haven't. I have been his supportive of him for 2.5 years. No, this is totally deserved.
Okay, we'll get into it properly very soon.
Well, you asked the question.
Yeah, I did ask the question. Sindre, talk to me, man. You're always active for these games. You was excited throughout the group chat, of course. Talk to me.
Yeah, always excited for a game, even though it's a disappointment when we lose, but always excited for a match. I can't wait to watch them when I have time. But it was we created chances, we just couldn't finish them, and
No.
of course, every single time this season, whenever we are leading at the end of a game, we commit too many players forward, and of course concede a goal. It's just typical Chelsea this season.
Typical Chelsea Football Club.
Hey, but I also read another stat. We haven't been losing at halftime. In the first half, we haven't been losing at the end of the half. When we go into the next half in the entire season.
Yeah, that is positive, but we cannot keep the lead, unfortunately. But listen,
of course.
This is the first time we hopefully, so many outgoings.
Was he completely egged out?
Have I gone? Am I back?
No,
Am I back?
What's going on? Level Wi-Fi.
Sadiq in the mud.
He's a tier above that, Matt. Not yet.
No, not
close.
lately.
Can you not hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So where was that? Yeah. So many outgoings. Whether it means Marcos Alonso, whether it means Azpi, Barkley, Werner, Pulisic.
It's too many. That's too many.
What don't you think there will be more than at least 5?
All right. So this is who I think. We're Rüdiger, okay, Azpilicueta, Alonso,
Christensen,
Andreas Christensen, and then probably Lukaku. I think that's the 5 that are going to go.
Lukaku?
Oh, he's terrible. He's terrible.
I think actually Lukaku is going to stay for another season to see if we can adapt more to Tuchel's system and we can build a team more around him. If
that happens, Tuchel's getting sacked.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know yet, but we will wait and see for next season.
Singa, I mean, we don't play like Inter Milan. That we play the opposite. We are not a run and gun team.
Yeah, that's fair. But also Inter Milan had Hakimi and Lautaro Martinez next to Lukaku. So of course they're going to be a run and gun team with those kind of players. If we had the players for that kind of team, I think we would have been playing more like it. But we don't.
You don't want to play like that.
It's a shame because Carlito, Alfred, Matt, Nipin, they all said Lukaku's world class. He's going to score 30 goals plus this season. Unfortunately, hasn't happened.
Yeah,
and even that didn't happen. So
hey, but Carlito, if we could play like Inter Milan in the Premier League, we could have won the league. Unfortunately, we have Liverpool and City.
Well, I mean, we did when we had Costa. I mean, that was kind of our style when we won in 2017. But I mean, I hated that style. It was suffer ball. It was boring. We'd have 35% possession, and I'm just aesthetically, I'm not into that. So,
yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I would rather win ugly than lose beautiful.
Lose beautiful. Yeah.
At the end of the day.
That was that under Mourinho, I think it was as well. Win.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love good football and win at the same time. If you gave me the choice of we'd win titles or we play good football, I'd choose the
titles.
Might not be as fun, but winning titles is also fun. So,
I mean, well, we did. We won the big title. I mean, you guys, everyone seems to forget that this was only 10 months ago. I mean, we are still champions of Europe.
Yes.
For now.
I'm holding on to it, man.
Yeah, fucking no. We should.
Yeah.
Have PSG won a Champions League? Have Manchester City won a Champions League? No, they fucking have not.
Yeah.
So,
PSG will probably never win a Champions League.
That team is broken, man.
Yeah, they are.
That team is finished. I
And,
hope we get a wage cap
like-
structure.
Yeah, and like the only reason that they're not going to win the Champions League is because of the league they're playing in, because of how different the league is and how like the other teams aren't at their level, both with players and financially as well. So
Hey, Sadiq, I want to ask you this question, and I may have asked you this yesterday, but I want to ask it publicly. PSG is not very popular. I don't. Where are they getting this revenue from? Because financial fair play, in essence, is just you can't spend more than you make, and you have to make it over 3 years. You have to prove that your books are balanced over 3 years. I don't understand where all this money is coming from, because I don't think they're.
Palita, the thing is that rule only applies to certain clubs, really.
No. I think it's changed.
Man City, no, but Man City doesn't really apply to. PSG doesn't really apply to, apparently.
No,
Chelsea, it applies to.
Yeah, Chelsea it
apparently.
applies to. Atletico Madrid it applies to. Real Madrid it applies to. Anyone else?
Like
Barcelona.
Yeah,
No.
but even then, Barcelona, it wasn't even financial fair play that messed them up. It was their own like in-league wage cap that messed them up.
Guys,
Yeah.
what are you lot talking about? FFP is done. Since COVID, they've taken it off.
The only team that's ever been punished by FFP was AC Milan.
I don't think Matt is listening to me.
What?
FFP is finito. They've taken
Yeah.
it off. What are you lot talking about?
I know, but
It's
it's so brazen, Sadiq. And you said you disagreed that I don't think PSG is very popular. It's not as popular as Man United or Chelsea or Barcelona.
Of course not.
So then, where the hell are they getting this revenue from?
so
It's so
basically-
brazen. It is so brazen.
So basically, everything that they're working on the entire brand is also outside football. So when you look at the overall picture of the football club, they're actually going to be popular in the next, let's say, 5-10 years in terms
No
of
one likes
on
PSG,
all
though.
sports. No, listen. When you see outside Premier League and you see anyone playing football or going abroad, they're wearing a PSG shirt.
Yeah, because it looks nice. Though people
Yeah,
buy.
But that's
I
what I'm
know-
saying to you. Outside football.
I know people. No, but I know people that hate PSG but buy a PSG shirt because it
Yes.
looks nice. Air Jordan.
Yeah,
But that's what we're talking about.
No,
Branding.
but there's a difference between like Barcelona. A lot of you literally everyone naturally has either they like Barcelona or they like Real Madrid. A lot of people will buy Real Madrid shirts, Barcelona shirts, especially on you always go like these countries like Spain and all that. See all the
Yeah.
fake shirts. It's always Barcelona, Real Madrid. I always go against the grain. I always like a little bit of Dortmund, so I used to get a little Dortmund shirt occasionally.
Hipster.
Listen,
Marco
guys,
Reus. Can't take a bit of Marco
we've got
Reus.
special guests.
Oh,
Special guest.
I have a Marco Royce jersey too, man.
I'm
He's
a
such a
homo.
fullback.
I'm not homo.
Special
Injuries
guest.
killed that guy.
Oh,
Special
Nippon.
guest, guys. Special guest.
Nippon.
There we go.
Nippon. Anyone? Nippon?
Is he on a train?
I think it's going to be the fraud. Oh, there you go.
The number one, the number one Matt's here.
What's
The
going
real
on, man?
Matt. But they don't even watch
Oh, minerals.
the
My
game. Minerals,
man.
money, minerals. is here.
Yo, man. Minerals Mount was on one today. He was losing that ball left and right like a motherfucker.
Well, I'll be honest, I
Oh
watched
my-
like 60% of the game. The rest I was just watching Liverpool,
Yeah.
City, Burnley. I'm not happy that Leeds aren't going down. You know, now we can't buy Rafinha for 60 for 25.
He's going Barcelona anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
at least they get
happy
paid
Burnley
60.
have gone down because fuck Burnley.
Yeah,
Guys,
I
we're
like
not
Burnley.
going
I like
to
Burnley.
I don't know
I
if
like
you
If
lot watched
we're
my
being
video
real about
yesterday.
clubs no one liked, Burnley is that club.
I don't know if you lot watched my video yesterday. This Mbappe deal kind of puts a lot of problems for our signings that we want to make.
Yes. He's right.
Yeah.
Mbappe wants Dembele, from what we're reading as well, at PSG.
That's crazy. He gets to
Good they can
decide.
have him.
No, he can decide anything.
I
know,
cannot
that's what I'm
believe it.
saying.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
he's probably
So
allowed to
crazy.
sleep with the president's wife too. I mean, like the guy can literally do anything he wants at the club. It's ridiculous.
This should be something that FIFA should stop.
But
against.
again, it's
You
good
can't
for us
have-
as well
you can't
because
have one
it's no
player
competition.
own it,
But
effectively
PSG
running the club. I know it
I
was
don't
done
want
with
him at
Messi,
Madrid,
but I never
though.
agree
Let's
with
be
that
honest.
either.
We don't want him at Madrid anyway. He'll be succeeding too much at Madrid. I'm glad he's at PSG for competitive reasons because we're not rivals to PSG. PSG is shocking.
Yeah.
But for reasons like you said, Nick said yesterday video, like you said, yeah, we won't get Usman. Possibly, maybe. I mean, well, let's talk this game. Let's look at this game. Mendy Howler again. You know,
Oh,
can't
no.
make a single save again. You know,
He made some
one save
saves.
5 minutes. I know this time he actually made some saves. The last save, this guy's flying like an airplane. Tusha disrespected. You know, Kepa disrespected. Tusha out. At least Shua get to play back on the pitch.
Tuchel
Shua
out,
can
man.
step on those.
That's
He's
a
disrespecting my man, bro. Disrespecting.
Hey, Matt, we gotta sell the club again, man.
Bowie out. And means.
Are you gonna get me cancelled? Are you gonna get me cancelled, bro?
Hey,
Matt,
Matt, Mason Mount captain, right?
Oh, okay.
Mason Mount played the season.
I know that's
Oh my
ridiculous.
No way. No way.
We need.
He
won it,
to
he won it.
stop-
He won
Yes,
it.
we need to stop
Did I
big
should-
fans voting. That fans
Have
shouldn't
it-
vote for
yeah,
player of the
we're-
year.
I've voted for
It's fucking
Kepa.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
All the
we're-
Yerders-
Like
all the
we're not
Yerders
gonna have a
should vote him
ceremony for the player of the season and stuff. There because of like what's happened with the club. We're not gonna have a ceremony for the trophy unveiling and stuff.
Hey,
Ugh.
Sadiq, are you serious? Thiago Silva did not win player of the season.
Yeah, Mason Mount has won it. Mason Mount.
Oh,
has won it.
Who was the
Hold on.
last
You
non-England
gotta
player to
be
win it?
fucking kidding me.
Hazard.
Hazard,
Kovacic.
yeah, Hazard.
Kovacic as well.
Kovacic won it?
I'd
Oh,
rather
yeah.
Kovacic win it this season over Mason Mount.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
It
true.
just shows
Kovacic-
a player of the season was won for someone that's done well against the bottom 6 teams. Well done.
But like,
Fucking
but
give it to
as
Rüdiger.
well, who do you guys want to win the young player of the season in the
Reece
Premier League?
James.
Foden.
Reece
Oh,
James.
Foden won it.
Who's the
Foden won it.
nominees?
Okay.
I think Mount was in it. Mount.
Yeah, Mount.
Bowen.
Mount's not getting it.
Yeah, Mount
Neither
did
is
deserve it.
Neither is Foden, because Foden is literally Mount levels.
Hey, was
Foden's
Gallagher
only scored
considered?
one goal.
Gallagher.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think so. I don't think so.
Gallagher
You
I
was
don't
think
think
in
really
Bowen
good
was
season.
there.
Foden's only scored
Bowen,
one goal out of his 13 against the top 10. So he's not
Yeah.
getting player of the season.
And he played less games than Reece James as well. 2 less
Like
games.
it was. The nominees were Gallagher, Tyreek Mitchell, Mason Mount,
Gallagher wasn't.
Aaron Ramsdale,
Sure.
Declan Rice, and Bukayo Saka.
Fuck it, give it to Rice. Give it to honestly. Who
Give it-
cares?
yeah,
Give
give
it
it
to
to
Rice.
Rice,
Who
fuck
cares?
it.
Not
Yeah, but like
Foden.
I was chatting to like someone on TikTok about Mason Mount, and like he was telling me
Oh, there's TikTok.
that
fans, bro, they're
that
retarded.
Foden had done more this season for City than Mount had for Chelsea, and the only reason he said that, also the only argument he came with that Mason Mount was inconsistent, and I agree with him on that part. But like Foden has been worse than Mason Mount, in my opinion.
Foden
In
ain't
some
done
parts.
much.
Yeah,
Foden
It
ain't
Foden
done
might
much.
have
done
been,
much.
but they've still won the league, bro. At the end of the
Yeah,
day.
fair
I
enough.
mean,
They
they
won the
weren't
league,
winning
but-
at the
yeah,
time.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
could
but-
say that, but Ross, we could win the league, and we have Ross Barkley in our team. Does that mean Ross Barkley's a very good
Should
player?
win the
No.
player of the year.
Well, clearly he just won us the game. Final day of the season, he just won us the
Well,
game.
yeah,
He
that's
needs to
that's
get
how
more.
low that's how low our standards have got. That Ross Barkley's winning us games. How Malang Sarr is even a Chelsea player, I do not know.
See, this is my point.
No,
Get him out the
what
door.
an absolute
Listen,
shambles of
guys.
a player. That was Alonso. I thought Alonso's mistake last game was bad enough. Mate,
Guys.
Malang Sarr's been having whatever Alonso's had.
Matt, listen. Let me say a few things very quickly. Obviously, everyone tuned in, man. Big up to you lot. Over 140 people tuned in. If you guys can, like the video, man. Final day of the season. Make sure you guys subscribe and tune in every single day. Hit the bell notification. I said this tweet out. Okay, it wasn't to Carlito, but I shared it to him anyway. That the hype that Kennedy's getting, we saw it with Saar.
Yeah,
And this is part of the fan base problem. We hype up certain players like they're good enough or to be a squad player, and then we're disappointed in the end. Kenedy is a fantastic footballer, okay, but he's not that player. He's failed
I've
at
never
Newcastle. He done okay in Spain. I watched him
Man
under
couldn't even do
Mourinho.
it in Brazil, let alone here.
Wasn't good enough, my friends. Today was good, of course. I'm not gonna, say anything bad about him. He was good, but So
He was
Barkley.
okay. He wasn't good.
No, he was good.
That ball was
Yeah,
that
he
ball
was
was
alright, you know.
incredible.
Hold on,
That-
Sadiq. He was good for our level of good at the moment because our level of
True.
good is through the.
See, this the thing. I'm glad you're saying it like that. That's the thing. Because Carlito is saying he's the next Roberto Carlos.
Of course, that's Carlito.
This guy is assigning so many outlandish statements to me that I did not make.
Bro, you had to go at me yesterday, so I'm getting you back. You had to go at me yesterday. So
Oh
I'm getting you
yeah,
back.
baby. Oh yeah, I'm all over Sadiq's ass. All over it, baby. No, I'll say this. Look, I think Kenedy did himself a disservice by, he did some racist shit in China, and Conte basically excommunicated him for that when he was supposed to have a bigger role in the second season under Conte. And so ever since then, he's just been a fringe guy. I think he's a very talented player, but he can't get out of his own way. That's for sure.
Who cares? Let's just sell him, sell Saul.
Yeah.
I mean, people go, "Oh, Kennedy was, he was good. He was good for this game." Exception to the rule
Yeah.
doesn't make the
He's
rule.
good.
One game isn't going to cut it.
He's good against the
too
second
late.
worst team in the country in the Premier League at the moment.
Basically, he's Loftus Cheek.
Yeah,
No. Hang on.
No, Loftus-Cheek's worse. You're right.
Loftus Cheek has done so much more for this club than Kennedy's ever done.
Good performance, man. Don't ever leave Chelsea. Never give up. Loftus Cheek, always.
Leave.
Player.
Sindre, I'll let you go, bro. I need to go eat, man.
Yeah.
Take care.
I will see if I can be back for the rest of the stream.
All right, cool, man. Take
If
care,
not, then keep it up, guys. And don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, to WorldWideChels. That will
Big up
be
to you, man.
off.
Take care. What else? What else in the game?
Loftus Cheek.
Rudiger's
Yeah,
last
okay,
game.
listen. Loftus Cheek is
No,
better
well,
than Kenedy, man.
let's talk last games. Who else? Rudiger's last game, Azpi's last game, Alonso's last game, Christina's last game, RSC's last game, Kenedy's last game, Saul's last game.
Hey, Matt, listen, though. I want to be a bit
Let me see.
controversial. I want to be a bit
let's
controversial
hear
with Rüdiger. Obviously, farewell to him. He got that innovation. I still think Chelsea fans have hyped him more than he should have been, in my opinion.
Yes.
In what way? In what way?
I'd say from the day he joined, I think he was decent. I don't think he was anything special. And I think the season where we won the Champions League, that 6 months was his best form, and he was on top form under Tuchel's first part of the season, of course, or second part of the season. And this season he was decent, but fell off. But the way we're going on was like he was world class his entire career at Chelsea.
I think, but he was fantastic last season. Like he was something different, and I think obviously, I agree. I went overboard, but he's still very good for us. I don't take that out for granted.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Matt. I think that he dupes a lot of fans with his histrionics, with his funny faces, with his attitude, the fact that he shoots from 50 yards out every game. I don't think he's that good of a player either. I just don't. I think that you have a lot of people that don't know what they're watching, and they think that he's a really good player. This is the same player that is so lazy that he doesn't track. He does not track. We have gotten scored on so many times because of backside runs that he did not track. I'm sorry, but there's a lot more deficiencies to this guy, and people just can't see them.
But I think that's the same point with the.
You know what? Hold on.
When though? When? Like, what do you mean he doesn't track back though?
Champions League. It happens. It happened a ton this year in the Champions League. But on top of all that, he did lie. He lied. He publicly lied about his contract situation. He lied. He said, "Oh, I want to figure it out. Chelsea's my family. I've got 2 kids in London. Blah blah fucking blah." No. We offered him a great deal before the sanctions started, and he's saying that we didn't. He is putting this on Chelsea, and he's lying. He never intended to stay. He was never going to stay. He was so pissed about what Frank Lampard did to him in the second season with Lampard before he got sacked.
Frank.
He was so pissed that he felt the damage was irreparable, and he was never going to sign. He was never going to sign with us. He lied. Flat out lied.
I wonder if Marino will ever come out and say what happened from her side. Can you imagine?
I mean, but the thing is, I mean, with Rüdiger, I think he was a player where I would put him in a final, and he wouldn't know any 11 of the players, and he would still turn up. I think we needed that energy of a final. I'm not saying I'm not going to sit and say he was a bad player for us. I think he was a good player for us. I wouldn't say he was world class. I wouldn't say this, but we clapped him off. Fantastic. You know, do we do? I don't even watch. Do we do it to Azpi as well? I don't even know. I turned it off last 5-10 minutes.
I don't think
do we clap
did
Azpi?
Azpi get one, guys? I don't think he did.
No.
I don't think because he was confirmed leaving, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
If he
I mean,
did one,
you're
but
not
one
going to
should.
clap someone off who hasn't actually officially left yet.
But I mean, it doesn't matter.
He's
We clapped him. I think
saying-
we're overlooking a clap. It's a clap. They clapped for him. I mean, yes, we should have done that. We did that for him. We even did that for Kenedy. When Kenedy came off, everyone was clapping. Everyone was cheering for him. I think I heard some boos when Rüdiger was getting subbed off anyway as well. So, you know, it wasn't all 100% respectful, but I gave him my respect. I think he's done good for the club at the end of the day. You know, it wasn't this world-class player, but he was still a great player. We can't deny that.
But,
He was very good.
that's the thing, though. We shouldn't really blame him, but this is what I mean about the fan base. Why do we go on like these guys have been world? I remember when Courtois was here, yeah, we won the league and stuff. People telling me he was world class. I think he was a very good goalkeeper. I think he was a very, very good goalkeeper for Chelsea on his day. Yeah, but he wasn't Czech's level. He wasn't on Czech's prime. So how is that world class? Like, I don't understand. Why do people say world class?
Every fan will call their own players world class. It's not a Chelsea thing. It's a football thing. Every team is going to overhype their players to some extent.
Yeah.
It's just because we notice it because we're inside the club.
Yeah,
you look at Man United fans would call Scott McTominay absolute class. Ever. Arsenal fans go on like Bukayo Saka's the regeneration of Ronaldo or something. I mean, remember when Man United fans went and called Anthony Martial next Thierry Henry because he scored a similar goal in his first goal.
Facts. Pokodoku facts.
But,
yeah, Martial's goal. Yeah, I remember. But I did get a bit of goosebumps though from that commentary. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a bit of goosebumps on that goal. Martin Tyler's commentary for Martial's. KJ, why is KJ saying link? Bro, I send it all the time on the group, bro. Big
up KJ. He done this lovely background and all the overlay. Well, the overlay.
Why is it an F1 background? This is not a driving. This is football. So please, someone change it. WorldWideChels or Fraud Matt, please change it. Because we're talking football, not cars. We're not talking about cars today.
So they probably put it on because it's the car that's going to have Ross Barkley and Alonso on the back leaving to the next clubs.
And Loftus-Cheek as well. Can you fit there? Hopefully,
Loftus-Cheek will be driving them there.
Hey, Matt. I don't want to sound indelicate, but how long have you been following F1?
How long have you been following F1?
Oh, him. Oh,
yeah.
Say.
No. Matt Ball. How long have you been in F1? Because I know you do a show, right?
2005, 2006.
Okay, I get that, and that's good because you're a real fan. But are you a little perturbed that all of a sudden, 22-year-old girls are tweeting about Lando Norris? Like, don't you think that that's a little fraudulent just because they watched a reality show on Netflix?
What the fuck are you talking about F1, blood?
I'm just saying.
Let's still talk F1. Let's talk football. Fuck F1.
Nip and Sharma. Nip and you're muted.
I just
Please
finished.
tell me you got Wi-Fi.
I have got Wi-Fi.
Where are you?
The Broadway Shopping Centre. I just finished my own watch along.
Is what?
This guy's gonna disconnect any second, guys.
He's already disconnected. I can barely hear him.
AJ, welcome. Listen, I want to thank you for an amazing intro, amazing background, amazing logo. I thought you forgot about us. It took you 5 years, but it's perfection.
The intro is cold, not gonna
perfection. I'm impressed, KJ.
I think
you might do something for my channel as well.
I think F1 might actually come to us and ask for the back countdown instead of copyrighting us like last time.
Anyway, back to football.
Back to football, guys.
Listen,
there's nothing to talk about this game, dude. It was a dead game. I
want to talk about Sadiq. I want to talk about
let's talk about
Neymar. I want to talk about Neymar.
Oh, Neymar.
No Neymar. Not yet.
Why are you doing videos about Neymar?
Not yet.
That is true. Why are you doing? There was no
for the views.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say? There was no links.
There's no proper link.
Wait
It's
here,
fake
wait here,
news.
wait here.
Huh?
I'll show you what link is. Wait here. How are
I
you
thought
trying
there
to
must have been.
expose me about there's no link about Neymar?
There isn't any proper link.
There's no
What?
links.
There's no links.
No.
Okay, hang on.
There has
Let me
to
just-
have been something because yesterday, I swear, I was scrolling through Twitter and every fucking person and his dog
Here you
was
go,
saying-
man.
It's because of
was saying
Sadiq.
Neymar to.
Here you go.
Yeah. Doesn't mean
Hang on,
that
we're,
there's
go-
not
we're,
linked
we're gonna
Chelsea
pay
Neymar.
900k a week.
It's ridiculous. Well, no, we're not. No, we are not.
900k a week. We're gonna pay that. I'm not. I'll pay once 200k max.
Yeah,
250 maybe.
I mean, I'm sure Chelsea. If you ask Chelsea would listen to offers for any player.
Yeah, of
Doesn't
course.
mean it's one gonna reach that threshold.
Well,
Doesn't mean
remember
one
last season?
player wants to leave. It doesn't mean the club that our club are gonna go get him.
Oh, okay. That's gonna work, Sadiq. Hopefully, his ball's back.
Here we go. What we're gonna get? What we're gonna get is we're gonna see
Oh my god.
we're gonna see Neymar follows back. So that means title is gonna be Neymar to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. Everyone was talking about Neymar at the time. I thought, you know what? Let's just make a
That's
video
what
on
I
him.
mean.
Innit?
Literally, everyone was. There was no rumors, and everyone was talking about it. And then suddenly, all these rumors start coming out. It's just the media trying to get on the hype train.
Hey,
You
come
follow
on,
Chelsea on
man.
Instagram, apparently.
The only reason Neymar was being rumored to leave is because apparently Mbappe is not happy with Neymar being at
Yes.
the club,
That
That
is
is literally
100% true.
and apparently that means he's going to Chelsea.
Yes.
No,
Get
it means
him.
that means Real Madrid might just go for another PSG player. That means he
Yes.
might go somewhere else.
So let me tell you guys what's happening. Mbappe stays. He wants Dembele. Madrid want to go all out for Tuchel. Chelsea can't get Rafinha or Dembele, so we have to make a big PR signing alongside Kunde. That's Neymar JR.
No, but there's no way. There's no way we're gonna afford the deal. There's no possible way.
No, but he said he'll take a pay cut.
No, he
Yeah.
won't.
Oh yeah.
No,
oh
he
yeah.
won't.
His idea of taking a pay cut will probably be going from 1 million to 800k.
Yeah.
Listen, from
That's
my
still-
sources,
that's
from my
still
Your
sources,
way
sources.
out.
Who's your sources?
guys, from my
Heinz?
sources that I've been
Heinz
told.
ketchup.
No, I'm Asian, by the way. We've got chili sauce. We don't use ketchup or but from my sources, from my understanding, Sky sources have told me that we could be signing Neymar people.
Okay, have you
But how much a week,
have you
dude?
watched him play recently?
I've watched him play, and I've also watched him take time off for his sister. Yeah.
I mean, his sister's birthday is 6 weeks long, and it's every April, and he just doesn't play.
But he said he will play and do his best for Tuchel.
Okay, so number one, this guy drinks like a fish. He's 30. He's a sloppy party boy, and he doesn't track back. He doesn't press. How in the hell would he ever fit in England? They'll kill him.
This is where the formation changes.
What's he ever won outside of
Nothing.
League 1 title?
Champions
And a
League.
couple of Barcelona's.
Well, that was his
Yeah,
team. His
that
team
was
good.
in a team. That was in a team with two of the actual best players in his attack, Suarez and Neymar.
He hasn't played real football in years. He hasn't been playing football since he left Barcelona.
Guys,
Dude, he's
I'll be happy
lazy.
with Neymar. I'm not gonna lie.
Mate, Neymar left PSG to get out of Messi's shadow to step into Mbappe's and then go back into Messi's shadow a few years later.
Yeah.
God, if he
you
comes
don't
here, he'll be in
understand
Mason Mount's shadow. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Mason Mount.
No,
Mate, it'd be a Ross
Rom
Barkley
shadow.
shadow.
Minerals.
Minerals, money.
Guys, listen. I'm gonna leave the stream to Matt. Unfortunately, I have family around.
Okay, thanks, Sadiq.
Go down.
No, the
What
real
is
man,
it?
not the fake man.
Me or him? Me, yeah.
Oh,
Matt
sorry. Ross the boss. Let's say Ross the boss.
Matt
Ross
is
the boss.
such a dick.
I got to head off. I want to thank you lot for coming on.
Wow.
Keep Pulisic, keep Werner, keep Alonso.
Kepa.
Keep
Oh,
Barkley.
get the
Kepa.
fuck out of here.
That bozo can leave, bro.
Bozo. He's a bozo.
And guys, everyone tuned in, man. Like the video, man. Let's get over 100 likes, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Hit the notification. Also, want to say Max Verstappen's a cheat, and we're out, people. Peace.
Can I say my thing about Max Verstappen?
No, you can't. Let's keep it football.
Yeah, say it.
Let's keep it football. What did you say, KJ?
Nothing.
Oh, he said nothing. I lied. Right, cool. All right. Now, Nippon, keep it football. No F1. I'm going.
No
Peace.
cars. No cars. Nippon.
No cars.
See you, bro.
Okay, so Alfred, I'll come to you because you've been a bit quiet,
Oh,
All right.
naturally. What do you think? Obviously, we keep talking and we get people like Sadiq and other people saying we're going to sell 10 players, buy 10 players, we're going to buy a whole new team. Realistically, do you think that's possible, or are you on the same train of loads of players in, loads of players out?
I think we're going to do both. I'll be very honest. I think we got to prepare ourselves. I honestly don't think I'm being overly optimistic. I think we've got to prepare ourselves for some big shit to start happening. So I can't wait. I think we will have a few players coming in, and just because I heard Tuchel say not too long ago specifically that it's going to be a rebuild, not an improvement, we're going to see a lot of faces gone.
Would you kind of agree that Tuchel saying that idea of a rebuild rather than improving, do you think that's more just Tuchel trying to dig at the board that he needs a lot of players rather than the board has told him? Because you could say, oh yeah, the board's told him that we're going to sign loads of players, blah, blah, blah. But in the other way, you could think of it as it's Tuchel trying to force the board to do it.
yes.
Yeah, good point. Well, yeah, I think, look, knowing our board, unfortunately, it probably is, at this stage, probably more Tuchel hinting out at the board than the board actually have told him. But you never know. With a new owner in charge, he might actually say to this board, get your fucking act together and do more than you've been doing. So that'll be good.
Yeah, that's fair enough. KJ, what do you think?
Sorry, just repeat the question again.
In terms of obviously loads of players come in, loads of players coming out. Do you think we're gonna have a big summer, or do you think we need to lower expectations a little bit?
I think we need to lower our expectations. This is going to be probably the longest period we've ever had without a multitude of signings coming in. I think we're probably going to get 1-2 marquee signings, and we're really going to kind of strip back to the basics and rebuild properly. Me personally, I hope we take that route. I don't want us to buy 5 big players and they don't gel with what Tuchel wants. Kind of ruining the credibility of big players. So I'd rather have us get the players that we need desperately now and then build upon that rather than just going all out. But I think Bowley is probably going to take that same approach. I don't see him signing so many players at one go. I think he's going to spread it out just so Tuchel can at least get the best out of the players.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, Carlito.
Yes, sir.
You're obviously big up Bowley, as most of us do. Give me the positivity. Are we going to sign loads of players this summer, or do you think we should?
We are. We are.
Yes.
This is an American owner. He's an arrogant owner. He does like to spend a lot of money, and he's a fucking winner, dude. Look at the LA Dodgers payroll. It's 50 million more than ours. Okay, this guy he spends, and I'll tell you what. If this is not some dire straight thing for Chelsea, I think that this is extremely necessary. You got guys like Andreas Christensen, whom I really liked as a player, but he was unreliable. You got guys like Rüdiger, who, again, not always the best. Marcus Alonso, worst player in the Premier League. And I think that freshening up the squad is really important because I'm looking at some of the performances we had this year, and they were stale. And I mean, when you look at the record that came out today, we're the first Premier League team in history, right, to not be losing at halftime. Okay, what does that tell you? That tells you that we are not good at closing out games. Okay, and a lot of that is coming down to still having players like Azpi, still having players like Alonso. Okay, they are past their prime. And we need new guys in. We need Borna Sosa. We need Vardiol. We need Jules Koundé. Okay? We need, I don't know if it's Darwin Nunez or Dombele, but we need another attacker. Okay? Ziyech, too slow. Okay? Pulisic, unreliable. Timo Werner, nightmare mentally. Okay? These guys, they either need to be mentally tested or they need to be sold. And this is not a bad thing. I think this is a good thing because our team right now, as it's currently constructed, not good enough. And Bowley knows it. Tuchel knows it. Everybody knows it. And there's going to be some serious money spent this summer because we fucking need to.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, we do need to do it. Whether I think it's whether the board, and not even Bowley himself, whether the board that have been rubbish for me the last 3, 4, 5 years, whether they actually have the potential to do it is another question for me.
Right, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about new ownership. If the board is not up to snuff, he will replace the members on it. He will.
Yes, but I feel we'll have that summer where it's poor, and then he'll do that.
I'm not so sure about that. I think that they're gonna.
Oh, come on. Oh, but why are you so negative, man?
I'm managing expectations. If I'm proved wrong, then it means I'm happy. If I'm proved right, then I'm not going to be too disappointed because it's what I expect.
That's called hedging your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Hedging your bets.
It's called not being disappointed.
Oh, it's called being a cynic, Matthew.
I mean, with this board's history, you can't help me from being a cynic.
No,
if I'm proved wrong, fantastic, happy days. I'll get out the beers, get out the vodka, have a fun, have a party.
But let's be real. This is the same board that bought Kai Havertz. This is the same board that got Thiago Silva. This is the same board that bought Ben Chilwell. Okay, so it's not like it's all been bad. There's been some really interesting moves that they've made that have worked out. N'Golo Kanté for like 25 million. It's crazy.
Yes, yeah. But I mean, I could pick out many more.
Yeah.
Make that much worse.
Alvaro Morata, Romelu Lukaku. Oh my
Timio
lord.
Bakayoko, Danny Drinkwater,
Felipe Luis,
Zappacosta,
Malang Sarr.
Hey, Felipe Luis wasn't that bad.
he was
I never really understood why we got rid of him so quick.
Yeah,
I think
it was one season.
He wanted to leave.
Like, fair enough. We kind of loaned him from Atletico because we signed him, and then we sold him back to them 1 year later. But also don't forget that this is also a board that got 60 million for a Wantaway Diego Costa, a 60 million for Alvaro Morata. So yes, they signed bad players, but they also sold two strikers for good prices.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. They've fixed some of their mistakes. They've fixed very well.
Yeah,
and
but some they haven't.
I do think some of them are a bit circumstantial, almost not lucky, but you've just got it at the right time. Sometimes that falls into place in life. But yeah, I mean, I'll stay a bit more cynical, but we'll see. So Nippin, obviously you sound positive. Are we going to sign, as Lee says, up to 12 players this summer?
No, not up to 12 players.
This is not FIFA.
We're going to take two. I'm going to take Todd's word and say we're going to have 2 statement signings and strengthen depth.
That's fair enough. I mean, if this doesn't show how much we waste money, I don't know what is.
Hey, Kepa was a panic buy, but it's still. Hey, he wasn't bad in his first season.
He's a world-class keeper.
No, but the fact that 6 months before you could have got him for £18 million.
Oh yeah,
that's the only reason. The only reason Bilbao gave him a new contract with a higher release clause was because Madrid was very interested in him. If Madrid weren't sniffing around him so much as they did, they wouldn't have given him the new contract, and that we could have signed him a lot cheaper.
Well, that's what we get for having a snake in our club. But there you go. Sindra, what do you think? Are you a bit on my side where I think we've got to be a bit more realistic, or do you think we're going to sign?
I think we're going to be a little bit we need to be more realistic because yes, we haven't been taken over yet, but we are going to be taken over. And it's our first season. How many did Abramovich sign in 2003? Wasn't maybe 5 to 6 players?
Yeah,
Yeah.
similar to that.
Yeah, so I think a similar amount of players, and 2 of them are gonna be statements, and I hope most 3 or 4 of them are gonna probably be in defense because we are in desperate need of new centre backs, maybe a left wing back or a right wing back. If Azpi is not suited for the right wing back anymore, so we need a backup who can challenge or improve Reece James even more, because there's no point to just have a backup who are decent at his job, because then maybe Reece James doesn't improve that much because he thinks I'm 100% guaranteed a starting role in the lineup.
Yeah, that's fair. I personally think we need at least 2 centre backs.
Yeah,
We need preferably a wing back each side.
or someone who can play both sides.
Striker.
Yeah. We need a centre midfielder, and my preference would be a DM, but I know some people want to continue playing this back three, which is beyond me, but there you go. And then that we need at least 1 forward player, probably 2 or 3, because I don't think hardly any of these players are good enough. But that obviously, I don't think all of that is going to happen. Hopefully, at least some of it can happen. Potentially, according to some people, we might need a new goalkeeper.
No.
I will disagree with this, but I know some people won't.
Agree.
KJ, you got a dip?
Yeah, I got a dip, yo.
All right, cool. Thank you for
take
coming
care.
on. And once again, thank you
buddy.
for all the cool overlays for the other channel.
Yeah.
Let's check you guys, man. Be safe.
Say
Yeah,
a word.
Kevin, take
Hey,
care.
hey, Matt, you remember a couple years ago when AC Milan replaced their entire starting 11?
Yes.
It didn't work out.
No.
No.
I mean, they're back now, but that's because they have.
Hey, Milan is
structure.
actually winning the Scudetto.
Yeah.
Congrats to Tomori and Giroud.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying when they had so much turnover, it really took them a long time before they got back to a proper level. So you don't want to replace everybody, and we're not going to replace everybody. But if you're saying, we need 2 or 3 attackers, we're not going to keep all these other attackers on our wage bill and have them not play. So that means we have to sell attackers too. So who are you selling if you're bringing in 3 attackers?
Well, we're not going to bring in 3 attackers. We're going to bring in 1, maybe 2. Because right now, as much as it is a problem, our attack isn't the primary problem. We got to start from the back, the defense, the mid. We have the numbers for the attack. It's just the ratings of our attack.
Every other position's kind of self-destructed itself.
I mean, the biggest role right now is centre backs. We've lost our whole back line. And
It's pretty wild.
It's all gone. Our back line's Sa and Chalobah. So we've got to make sure we get rid of that whole rebuild there first. That's what I'm saying. We get Cucurella, we get Kunde, we get Koulibaly for our back 3. And then we got DM, Tushimeni. That's what we need. We need players who are starting players in other teams. Not, I don't mind these players like Perisic and all that come in. That's fine. But if we want to build a squad like City did this year and last year, we've got to get starting players as our backup players as well, if they're willing to come in.
Yeah, but that team they built, they did it over years.
No, really, or 2-3 years, not.
It took a while.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're not going to be heading a whole new XI in one season, obviously not.
Yeah.
But
And
we're going to
look
start with the priorities.
Just look at Liverpool as well. Yes, they didn't do what City did by buying starting players. Klopp bought players and evolved them, but it took a year for them as well to get back to challenging for a title.
Yeah, I mean,
Klopp's
first year, he got 8th. So
yeah,
Klopp's been there for 10 years. So imagine we have Tuchel for 10 years.
Yeah, Pep first year got sixth or something. He
Yeah.
he didn't do that well with City the first year.
Yeah.
So like
I mean,
that's also a transition thing with like you're getting into a new job and like you need to settle, find out the tactics and get used to the Premier League. But like we just need to like be patient and hopefully the signings that we're gonna get will pay off. And if Todd Bowley is going to use a new kind of scouting network when he gets more implemented and stuff, so we can, and hopefully that will work as well, so we don't like burn ourselves with like the kind of signings we already have had in previous seasons.
and by building that as well, we've got to ensure as well, as I said before, have first line players and on the bench. And that's the thing with the keeper situation. The only player who can compete with Mendy is Kepa realistically on the market. You want to get rid of Kepa? Fine. Who you want to bring in? Baxter. This guy can't even catch a ball. Baxter. We're not going to replace him with anything good. If we want to replace a keeper, we've got to get someone who's on the same level as Mendy. And the only person on the market is Kepa. Now we can go for these, youngsters like this. Who's the one from Hull City? I don't know if that's Baxter. I don't know if it's him or someone else.
But these guys at Hull,
again,
about coming or.
These guys are playing in a shit league. These guys aren't playing real football. And I mean, yeah, they'll come in. They can be a second keeper, fantastic. But if we want someone to compete with Mendy, there's no one on the market for that right now.
Oh, no, I mean, because the number one guy is a team that just got relegated. It's Pope.
I mean, you just said it there. Pope's the number one team who got relegated.
No. Hold on. No, his team is terrible. He is not. He is a great guy.
I mean, he carrying them last season, 2-3 seasons ago. This season he didn't. I think this
don't forget also after Dyche.
Yeah, what you got to think about is literally nearly half of Burnley's team is out of contract. That's why they're going down. They're absolutely terrible.
And don't forget also like when Sean Dyche were sacked, like the captain moved into like management position and became like assistant manager. So like they didn't have their best defender playing games for them, and the sacking was oddly strange, so close to the season. Like they should have just stick with Dyche until the end of the season. Hoped he could get him to stay up. So yeah,
they sacked him, and then look at that. Now they're going down.
Well,
I like Burnley. Burnley have such a shit team, and some are doing well. I respect it.
Yeah, like Sean Dyche has been keeping them up for so many seasons. Like when everyone is expecting them to Burnley are gonna go down, they have overperformed because of Sean Dyche. And immediately when they are the end of the season is close and they're in a relegation battle, what do? They sack him, and then they go down. It just doesn't make sense. If they were
I wonder who the new coach would be. Yeah. Maybe they might bring him back.
Bob Bradley.
Who?
It's American.
Oh.
They have got American owners, so you never know.
So something like this from Lee out. He wants 16 players out.
It's ridiculous.
There's no way you can realistically get 16 players out. We're gonna get 16 players in. Realistically, I think we'll get something like 8 players out. We already got 4.
That's max.
That's max, exactly. And we'll probably bring in 6, 5, maybe even. Yeah. Hopefully not 4. But
this isn't FIFA career mode, so we can't just sell players and buy a lot of players as well. So we need to be realistic about that. Yes, we don't have that many players that are on the level of how the starting 11 should be on the bench and stuff, but we just need to be patient. Yes, it took City 2 to 3 years building the team they have now. Then we should be realistic and say, okay, maybe it will take 2 to 3 years for us to build the same level team as City. So we just need to be patient and be realistic with what our expectation is for the transfer market and how many players are going to leave and how many players are going to go out.
And obviously, we're not going to get 16 in one market.
Yeah, but here's the deal, man. I mean, if we're going to do that, the fan base needs to be patient because in the past, what have we always done? We've just tried to, plug holes in the sinking ship, right? But instead of rebuilding the ship from the ground up, We've always just been like, all right, well, we're going to deal with maybe one or two problems. If you really want a real rebuild, then we're going to go through some dark times, and we're going to play some sketchy football at times. And the fan base is just going to have to deal with it, because if this is what you really want, you better be understanding what you're asking for.
Yeah.
Also, there's a quick fact as well that today every team scored a goal except for Manchester United. That just sums up.
Hey, guys,
how
at
shit
least,
now.
at least
we're
we are
them.
not them. Oh,
Exactly.
my God. You want to talk about a squad whose players all hate each other? It's that team. They fucking hate each other.
They're actually in the mud. Like I'm happy we're not that bad.
Yeah.
Man United are hypocrites.
In what way?
Challenge for the title. Can you believe that?
They're just a funny team to watch and laugh at. As long if it's not Arsenal, it's United. If it's not United, it's Tottenham.
Yeah.
Oh, Tottenham's going to be good next year. Just you watch.
Yeah, they'll be good normally. They're actually on a good run at the moment. I mean,
So guys, what do you think about like the what the league is coming about the High Court thing with Everton and Burnley?
It's nothing's going to come of it. If
Matt,
and there's been a spokesperson from Everton who said that they're talking and working closely with the Premier League. So if they wouldn't have done that, a statement will come out from the Premier League that Everton would have gotten a deduction for breaching like financial fair play.
Matt, are they being accused of financial doping? What's going on?
Not doping, but like overspending.
What the idea is Burnley are unhappy. Burnley and it was Leeds. I think basically Leeds and Burnley are jealous that Everton were staying up. As soon as Everton were confirmed that they were staying up, they've both complained that Everton in the last 3 years each made £100 million losses, and they say that's not agreeing with financial fair play. They can't do that, and we're struggling, whatever. Which I get the point that is probably not right, but you've also got to think is how much of that loss was COVID losses as well.
Yeah. That's what Everton are saying, that most of it is because of COVID, and that's why they're inside the limit of the FFP, and that's why they shouldn't get point deduction.
I don't think anything. The Premier League or UEFA or FIFA or whoever it is running it would have already been on it with Everton, and even Everton have said this summer they have to sell one of Richarlison or Dominic Calvert-Lewin to stay within the limits. They know they're close to the limit, and they're going to cut back this summer because of it.
Yeah, and
I think it's just Burnley and Leeds being very
salty.
Yeah. Because they think they're going to go down, and if they think, is this a way we can stay up?
Yeah.
Which I think is silly. Burnley have always been crying, saying, oh, we don't spend any money. Well, it's your own fucking fault.
I mean, it's the owner's fault. It's just like when Arsenal didn't spend money, who complained?
It's going to take 15 years to come back as well. They're not going to come back to another 10 years anyway. I respect it, They only spend like 20 million or something, 30 million on players in the last 10 years.
Like when Wout Weghorst for was it between 15 and 20 million is their highest signing ever.
Hey, Alfred, is that a real thing? New owner clause can invest more money into the club as a clause because of financial fair play. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that is.
No shit.
No idea, but if it is, that's fucking awesome. And
that's the same. Yeah, that's why Newcastle spends so much.
It means big things for Chelsea, mate.
Hell yeah. Hey, Matt, put a smile on that face, Matthew. Come on, man.
The only reason I'm not smiling because I don't know if that exists or not.
I don't know either.
We were talking about it a couple of weeks ago.
But if that is a thing, then fair enough. Just try and spend a bit of money. But I still don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, before we finish, each of you are going to answer this one question, starting with Alfred. What if there's one statement signing we'll get this summer, what will it be?
Look, we've been. Would you count Koundé there?
Any signing can be a statement signing, really. Yeah, technically.
Well, we've been fucking chasing him for a while, I want to say a quick thing about Neymar. Not too long ago, I heard Tuchel speak about him so fucking passionately, saying, you know, like he doesn't believe that there's a more skillful player than him. Like he was just bigging him up massively, right? So, and they have played together before, so you know, I'm not ruling that out. I am not completely ruling that that move out. I don't know how much I would like it because, you know, I don't want it to be his sister's birthday every fucking time we have to play Manchester City or Liverpool. But I'm open to the idea. You know, if we go for him, he becomes a Blue, I'll support him. So I'm gonna take a gamble and say it'll be Neymar.
Fair enough. As long as it's not Umtiti, I don't mind.
Yeah, he's even worse than Christensen.
Sindra, I'll go to you first. Who would be your statement signing?
Oh, it's a hard one because, like,
all we need to do is predict one.
God, like, yes, I would love to have some kind of more skillful attacker in our team because we miss Hazard's skill and flair. Like Hazard dragged players out of position and like he beat defenders for fun. We need someone like that, and like Neymar would be fun to see, but like how much will we pay for him because he's 30 years old now, and to pay like 200 to 200 million for a 30-year-old. Like, oh wait, we actually did almost that for Lukaku when I think about it, like this summer.
And then to spend £52 million in wages.
Woof.
Yeah, and
Plus
Neymar
would be
Neymar would be more than that. But like, if we got Neymar, like, could we do a swap deal for maybe like Pulisic or someone, like to lower the fee? Because if we could give away one of our attackers to PSG if they wanted one. And then sign Neymar
at one point. I heard.
Yeah.
I heard they were interested in Lukaku at one point. So
yeah.
Like
so maybe that could be their statement departure and the statement arrival.
But I would kind of like to see Lukaku and Neymar play together. Like
I would just rather not see either at the club personally.
Yeah, I mean, my eyes are burning watching Lukaku. He's so bad. Oh my god.
Hey, just give him time, man.
I do not want to give him time.
I think my eyes would burn watching Neymar fall on the floor every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It'll be Neymar. Neymar has the ball, pass it to Lukaku, falls over. Lukaku then tries to take a touch. It goes out for a throw-in, and then that's Chelsea FC.
Hey, we want to see Neymar fall over on the floor, get a lot of penalties. With Jorginho puts. Jorginho gets top goal scorer in the Premier League.
Yeah.
God.
Just from penalties.
Nippin, I'll come to you before I come to Carlito for the final one. Save the best.
Yeah, buddy. That's right. That's right.
Nippin, who would be your statement signing if you could predict one?
Aurelian Tchouameni.
Nippin, that's my boy. Bit more of a nicer one. Something we need, not like Neymar. We don't need Neymar.
Signed Kamara as well from Marseille.
Apparently signed to Aston Villa, ain't he?
No, he was linked to Atletico Madrid, from what I saw.
Oh, I just saw something that said Aston Villa are very close to signing him.
He's on a free, so
if he does, fair play to Aston Villa.
Yeah.
By the way, Matt, I fucking hate Neymar. Like,
Everyone hates Neymar. I don't think anyone. No one likes Neymar.
But because of how fucking poor our attack is, even the idea of having him is, you know, fucking. It just sounds great at the moment. But I'm not a fan of his fucking. Yeah, like I said,
he's a crybaby.
Yeah, and diving and crying and fucking all that shit. Yeah.
Guy's a sloppy party boy, man.
Like, yeah, he's skillful. He can get that. He's skillful and he's creative, but like, if he gets touched, he's probably going down. But I would also like someone that, because like the Thiago tackle on Mount in the FA Cup final, if that was Neymar, Thiago would probably have gotten sent off.
Dude,
for
you
it.
just wait for someone like John McGinn to tag the shit out of him, and he'll be out for the whole year.
No.
or
Carlito,
Robertson.
Carlito, I'll come to you finally.
All right, this is easy. This is easy.
Are we getting Gio Reyna, Sergino Dest, any of the other Americans?
You guys, I swear to God.
Tyler Adam from RB Leipzig.
All right, so here's the deal, and this is a simple answer, and we have someone that they want. You don't want to wait for 3 years. You want to be immediately good now. You go and buy the world's best player, Robert Lewandowski, immediately. You give them Callum Hudson-Odoi. You give them Callum Hudson-Odoi, and you sign Robin Lewandowski $350,000 a week for 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how old he is. He is amazing,
Do they still want to offer 70 million for Callum Hudson-Odoi? We'll take that,
buddy.
Yeah.
Twice on Sunday. I would do it twice on Sunday.
That's something. That's what I come to this board. The fact that we got offered 70 million for Hudson-Odoi and we rejected.
Wait, was it that much? Wasn't it 40? Was it 40 million
No,
pounds?
it was 70.
Okay, fair enough. I thought it was
Yeah.
like 40 million.
You give them Cho, and we'll take the world's best player.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can,
That's
can,
fine.
can we at least have a buyback clause in show if he actually gets good?
I don't.
No, he stinks. He stinks.
Yeah, but if it gets good at Bayern, maybe we can come back to
I'm good.
like, so we don't do like a Salah, De Bruyne, Abraham for now. Like, we're
Do
burning.
you reckon he's even injured, or do you think Tuchel just like, no, I can't be asked to play him?
Who?
I think it's intro.
Callum,
I think
'cause
it's in.
we actually don't. He actually just barely talks about Callum, even when he's
Like,
asked.
I I feel like this is kind of similar to how Lampard treated Tomori in the final part of his first season when he didn't get to play.
But the thing is,
before he went out to
no,
Milan.
out of the 3 managers we've had under Callum, or even 4 if you can count Conte, the four managers that had Callum under their ranks, none of them have rated him.
Sorry, did.
But even then, he didn't play him enough. He only put him in the last minute.
Yeah, but he got something out of him at least, which
he
hyped
got
us Chelsea fans up a little bit too much about him.
He got something out of him in all the cup matches against all the
Yeah, so like the Europa League.
All right, Matt, I'm going to ask the same question to you. Who's the player? Who do you want to buy? Statement signing.
Well, do you know what? You convinced me. If Lewandowski is on the market,
He can't, like
he is
like,
currently the best player in the world at the moment.
Absolutely. He's unbelievable.
Statement signing if we could. Benzema as well. I would take Benzema in our team as well. Like,
I mean, I'd love Benzema.
Like Lewandowski, I would say at the moment, Benzema is just a little bit, not much, not like a tiny little bit in form better than Lewandowski.
Splitting hairs. I mean, you're splitting hairs. They're both amazing, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
both scoring goals for fun. Like,
yeah, I mean, the way I'm thinking about it is I just look and I say, okay, play him with Kai Havertz, and we have the best attack in the league. Better than Man City's.
Yeah, but like if Benzema scores is it 1 or 2 goals in the Champions League final, he breaks Ronaldo's goal tally for most goals in a single Champions League season.
Yeah, but they'll never sell him. So it's a moot point.
Yeah, I know they're not gonna sell him, but it would be it would be fun. Like it would be fun to have Benzema if we could get both of them. Do it. Like play 2 strikers, play Benzema and Lewandowski.
Sindri acting a bit deluded there.
Yeah,
I'm just living living in my head.
Nip in. A man can dream. A man
can dream. Like I know it's not gonna happen, but it would be fun to have 2 like 34 plus years old banging goals for fun for Chelsea.
Yeah. Anyway, this has been a great stream, but I am going to wrap it up now. But I am going to finish with a little internal plug. Guys, if now that the stream is finished, you can go and subscribe. Make sure you go to subscribe to our new F1 channel, which has been going on for the next couple of weeks. If you are F1 fans, you don't have to be. If you want to watch a new sport, if you want to watch me, KJ, Sadiq go absolutely crazy at each other, because there's plenty of arguments going on. Make sure you tune in, and also make sure you say big up to KJ who made what is a wonderful countdown. for the
Yeah,
channel. I will
unbelievable.
play it for you now because it's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
F1 will be taking this soon. So I'll play this before finishing the stream. So big up to everyone. Big up to you. This is WorldWideChels signing out.